Hi there, I'm Tessa from Tales from Outside the Classroom, and today I'm going to talk to you about what word ladders are. Word ladders were first invented in 1877 by Lewis Carroll. Recently became popular, in my opinion, from the work of Dr. Tim Rosinski, who talks about using them to help students build connections between words and work on building their fluency. Word ladders are similar to word chains. I will link my video about word chains below, where I talk about what a word chain is and how to do them. There's a little bit of difference between word chains and word ladders, though, in my opinion. In word chains, students don't typically see the difference between words as they build them, so they swap one sound at a time to create that word. Whereas in a word ladder, students often see all of the words within the ladder, seeing how they went from the first word all the way to the last word. Word ladders also sometimes change more than one sound at a time. In Dr. Rosinski's word ladders, he often has clues that are change two sounds or rearrange all of the letters in the word, whereas word chains are only changing one sound at a time. Let's take a look at a word ladder together. So this word ladder is one I have created, and in my word ladders we're still only changing one sound at a time, just like we would be doing with a word chain. However, differing between the chain, I have visuals for students, so they don't know the word that they are building. They have to use the visual cue and the printed word before to help them. Let's start off with the first one here, that is pointing to the rim on the wheel. So we have to think of what is a very similar word that matches this picture, and we have rip. Then next picture is tip. Then this is the top of the mountain. Just like with word chains, those changes can be in any location in the word, but the big difference is that students aren't given the word they are changing to, and they have to come up with it on their own, which makes word ladders a bit more difficult of a skill than word chains are. But it can be great for students to see how they changed the word so much that they went from rim to zip, changing one letter at a time. Word ladders are a great tool for continuing to practice phonics skills with students. I would highly recommend only using word ladders once students have a pretty solid proficiency with the skill you are working on. They're a great way for students to have some independent practice with building words and doing phoneme manipulation activities on their own. If you haven't yet started with word ladders with your students, they're a great strategy to try. I will have a blog post with a little bit more information and a link to my word ladders below.